there. You want to kite him around the stage over and over again. So I hope he's going to have that same mentality here.
I disagree with you if he's going Pichu. But now that he's going Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that might help him out in this is now he just accepts Diddy Kong is not that good of a character anymore, right?
Yeah.
Or it's not nearly as good. So I feel like a lot of those instances, he has to accept these things instead of just being like, oh, that's stupid, oh, that's BS.
Yeah.
Because now, like when you're picking Diddy Kong, maybe not as much against Incinero, because Incinero is not the greatest character either. But I think it actually should help legit for his mentality a lot of the times because he can't. Oh
my god! I mean, this is.
Say that is classic legit.
That is the legit special. Yeah, it's been that way for like 6 years.
Yes.
And it's still here to this day.
So that actually makes me really sad because I was talking about it, how things are probably different now. That Diddy Kong is good, and then we see the legit classic. But what I'm more so getting at is that like Smash 4, everyone's saying, I mean, he didn't think it for whatever reason, but everyone's like, Diddy Kong's so broken. Diddy Kong is an amazing character, and you kind of have to accept like. Or it's very hard to accept, like, when you lose to a heavy character, right?
Yeah,
You're just supposed to win that. Oh, my God. You are dead.
You absolutely did. And that was a good call out by Brandon. We were talking earlier in the TEV versus 3XA set how much people look for shelter on those platforms. Yeah. And as a grappler, he knows where people seek safety, and he gets such big punishes off of it.
Yes. And the big thing, too, is you weren't here for that set. It was me and Rain, but he got actually bodied by Coop on the stage, but the only mileage he really got was calling out the retreating or jumping from the ledge on that platform with side B.
Yeah.
He was called out before you even landing, and he's just there. And it's like, I doubt legit has much experience against this character, right?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
So, like, you're not expecting that to happen, especially, like, you treat to a platform in this game in Smash 4, you're like, dude, I'm good. Like, people can't knock me. Oh, my God.
He got himself a little bit off stage and spiked by the cross drop right after. Brandon gets a 3-stock on legit. Currently.
I think we're going to take it back to Kanto.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a Pokemon on some hot Pokemon on Pokemon action.
I feel like at this point, that sounds like the play, especially considering all 3 stocks, or 2 of the stocks, he just kind of got bodied by his own recovery, right? And I know that's fresh in his head. He's just like, okay, you know what? If I'm going to be hit off stage, I'm still living from now on.
But, so the interesting thing is he goes Pichu. I'm really, like, interested to see.
Is he looking at Mega Man? This man has a Mega Man? No.
I don't know. To my knowledge, he plays Diddy Kong, Pichu, and Richter.
Yes. And even then, Richter is more like, it's for specific people.
Yes.
As opposed to like being an actual character.
Yes. All right. So he's taking with the Diddy Kong. I like it. He's not going to get too discouraged from that. I mean, he also just kind of threw away the first stock. When he was doing more than fine. He had a lead. I mean, just a % lead, but a lead nonetheless. And I feel like it's very hard to make comebacks as Diddy Kong in this game.
I think the big thing that's catching legit is we're talking about like how like a vice 3XA is when he gets his first like hit. He knows exactly what he can follow up with on reaction. Legit's trying to do that, but he keeps getting caught by Larry because everything isn't quite frame perfect, and this is a character that has a lot of different escapes he can pull out.
Especially his down B, a lot of people don't know. Frame 1 is invincible.
Yeah, he can just do that in combos that nobody else can break out of.
Yes.
And I think legit needs to accept the fact that like he doesn't get to follow up with pressure in places he normally likes to. He just kind of has to disengage and call out these panic options from Brandon instead.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the thing is I feel like it's really hard, and that's why I would like to see the Pichu. This is working out just fine right now. But, like, I think it's really hard to adjust to that in the middle of a set when you've been playing a character like this for so long. It's I had to really just not do what oh, my God, that was beautiful.
Okay, But
I have to do things that I'm not used to. Like, I play this character a very specific way, and I don't know what the heck this character does, and I have to adjust mid-match after getting 3-stock game 1.
That's beautiful, right? He gets hit on his shield and then knows he can safely roll through because he remembers that the hitboxes don't follow one after the other. That's the sort of thing that I'm looking for here.
See, that's another thing about Legit is very smart. He is a very smart player, and you're not good for that. So he's a really smart player, so these adaptations I'm not surprised to see so quickly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like I said.
As much as we joke about the Legit special, the reason why we call it the special and not the curse is because he often still wins. Yes. Even after ESDs. And you can't do that unless you're just really fast at picking up what your opponent's doing. Because you have a third of the resources they do, a half back in Smash 4.
I've always had to respect Legit because I have really bad habits, and he's the only one of the people that calls it out consistently. And I feel like people play me so much and they don't do it consistent. So that's how I know that like this guy, once he figures it out, he figures it out.
Yeah.
But even though things are looking so hot this game, still not super familiar. Okay, you're a nut.
I mean, that was some nutty piloting right afterwards.
Yeah. So, all right, and all right.
Brandon, I think, was expecting an air dodge in that he was trying to call out.
Oh my God, that killed. Good for you. You know, usually you always hear Diddy Kong playing, I can't kill. So, you know, when he kills it, 140.
Did I ever tell you my theory of how they balanced Diddy in this game?
No.
They listened to the Diddy names that they claimed his weaknesses were, and they made him the actual weaknesses of the character.
That actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Mind blown. So, yeah, I really want to see Legit stop trying to catch him on the startup because he should know now after that failed banana down air attempt that has invincibility. What he did the first stock when he goes high is beautiful.
Yeah,
he catch him on the way down. I mean, it's still hard because that's a pretty big hitbox. But he figured it out. But he's also trying to force it off stage too much in situations where you're Diddy Kong, right?
Yeah.
You're not a character that wants to just willy-nilly off stage all the time. Like I said, Legit has beautiful control, and that's going to be it.
Oh, yeah, that back throw is going to absolutely do it. Getting already 95% onto Incinero. Brandon's in a really tough spot.
One thing about Brandon is so good at making comebacks without, what's it called?
Revenge.
Oh, he's trying to get that revenge. Yeah, he does not use revenge a lot, and that's going to be it. Barely living. Middle of the stage on Battlefield. But, like I said,
you need that ability if you are maining a grappler across any fighting game, right?
Yes.
It's like the idea is you're going to get punched in the face a lot. So first off, you need the composure to be punched in the face and not lose your ability to think critically.
Yes.
Because otherwise, no, it's not going to work. But more importantly, it's like after you get hit a whole bunch, what did you learn, right? Did you learn enough so that you can make that one hard call out that still wins you the game at the end of the day? And like the fact that Brandon's made it this far, like I already know he's got it. Because otherwise he wouldn't make it past his earlier 3 rounds.
Yes. And he beat King Koopa to make it here.
And Koopa's a seasoned grappler himself.
Yeah. And it was a grappler match. It was Incinero versus Bowser, all 3 games. And the big thing about Brandon, too, is so I found out that he is not a new player. He actually played Smash 4.
Oh, yeah?
He stayed pretty much only in South Bay. He was a Samus DK player. He didn't attend that much, though. He wasn't like a super hardcore competitor. So, but the thing about him, he adapts so fast. Like, when I played him, game 1, bodied him. Next game, last hit super close. And he just like, that adaptation was super real. So I haven't seen him in a set where he wins game 1, loses to game 2 pretty solidly, and then goes into game 3. So I'm interested to see, you see Legit, obviously, the fruits of his labor, the adaptation. But in this situation, Brandon, I've noticed time and time again, adapts super quick. So this should be a very good game.
Yeah. We're already seeing Legit trying to turn it up a little bit, just get that beginning like off-tempo start to game 3, which I always like when players do, and like they deliberately don't play how they were playing at the end of the previous game to try to throw off the download of the opponent.
I think Legit, and the way he is too, is he figures things out quickly, but he also gets too comfortable too quick. Legit will go off, like I said, he'll go off for these big plays that you really want to see. Like he'll go off stage with Diddy Kong, and you are so dead.
That was just destruction for Brandon, getting himself a solid F smash after that whiff grab, because like Legit thought he could just space it just right to slip at the end of the darkest layer. It didn't work out for him.
All right,
but we're having these fairs. He doesn't get the back air. I think he didn't mean to jump like that. I think he wanted to drop down, double jump.
The biggest issue, since he still had a jump, like the biggest thing about edge guarding Incinero, edge guarding his up B is not easy.
Yeah.
At all. But in that situation, he had a side B again, and Legit still had a jump. He could have jumped in back air because he has the side B there.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, you have no choice. So he tried to jump the ledge, then jump back there and hit him. He should just jump in back air, and he would have been dead.
Yeah.
All right, but he's going to take the stock at 89%.
This is still scary, though. This is still a tiny chimp.
That is not a comfortable position to be against a character that is so strong. But once Legit gets going, he can go.
Yeah.
So this percent deficit can get racked up super quick, but Diddy Kong without the banana cannot kill that easily. And like that's what Brandon, when you have a lead against this character, that's what you have to play around. Play around the banana, especially to get these situations where he's going to rack it up. Oh my.
Yeah, Legit got so hungry to finish that up. I think he reeled back expecting himself to die to that back air, but he's still in it. Gets back up.
His up Bs have been really bad. Oh, there we go.
No back air. He had space just right. I guess he didn't have confidence in it.
Well, I think he thought the side B was going to come out, but that was that range where he could go for either or, and you are dead. All right, but he made up pretty good leadway on that stock. Like he lost the first stock, and Incinero was at like 30.
Yeah.
He has him at 100%, and he might be dead.
Oh, just so close. He really looking for this edge guard. He wants to intercept with the banana, but yeah, it's got armor. Just goes right through it.
All right, that's going to be 25 damage on the board.
And then applying so much pressure right now,
All right,
finding
the forward air.
nice stuff, and again, catching this impatience by Legit. He recognizes he's turned up the pressure, and Legit lashes out in response.
That's not death, but
this is very, very close. Brandon is in a fantastic position. Actually ends up winning to the SD.
Air dodge. Yeah, that you hate to see a set end like that, especially in this game because I feel like it happens so much.
Yeah.